doing that.
Wait, do you want me to get my lighter band?
You can start. I was gonna just switch it up and do yeah, grab a lighter band. I know you guys have like your balls and stuff too. We're gonna start standing. We're gonna do some hamstring work and then go into squats. And I just want to give you the option for your band. We'll make this a little bit more of an advanced class. Let me mute everyone and we'll go. All right, so no prompts to start. Go ahead and meet me on your mat and just reach those hands up to the ceiling. Big inhale, big reach, soft back bend here, and then go ahead and dive your hands down to the mat. Hang there nice and heavy for me. Big inhale, and then just give yourself that nice little rock from side to side. And then come back through center. Start stacking that spine. Bring your hands behind your head and just go into that body weight good morning stretch, coming down on that 2 count. Big lift and squeeze of your glutes. So you're going to come down on that 2 count and then find that big lift and squeeze. Belly button is plugged in here, soft bend in your knees, just about 10 more seconds. Finding that big inhale. We'll get into legs to start standing. 5 more seconds here. Get 1 to 2 more in 3. Good. 2. On 1, stand all the way up. Now grab that right ankle and bring that heel to your seat. Give me a slight tuck of your tailbone. Just feel that stretch coming down your quad, a little bit in your hip flexor. Take a big inhale, contract your abs, relax your shoulders, hold for 3. For 2, release that right leg, grab that left, just feeling that stretch again through your quad, tuck your tailbone under, slight bend in that right side, hold there for 3. Good, for 2. And then on 1, release that leg. Option here for you is to put your medium to heavy band above your knees, or you can go body weight. I'm fine if you want to stick your Balas on. We'll go into a nice leg series here. Squat, a little bit of hamstring work back to that squat series. And so if you have 2 bands, have both there with you. Medium to heavy on that upper thigh, and then we'll stick one on the bottom for our second round. So go ahead, heels are going to be turned in, toes are going to be turned down, no weight in your hands. You're just going to come into that body weight squat. Remember, we're just getting warm here, almost like you're coming down for that 2 count, and then that really big lift and squeeze at the top. Belly button stays plugged in, weight is in your heels, and your shoulders are nice and relaxed. So as you come down into that squat, really think about that inhale as you lower, that exhale, squeeze your glutes as you come up to the top. Shoulders are staying relaxed. If you have the band on for that extra challenge, just make sure you're pressing into that band. Don't let those knees come in. Again, sinking all the way down and then lifting back to that top. From here, you're going to go into that pulse in about 10 seconds. So get about 2 more squats in, and then you're going to stay at the bottom of your range. Instead of pulsing up an inch and down an inch, I want you to press your knees out an inch and in an inch. And 3 and 2, stay at the bottom for me. You're just pressing your knees out an inch and in it. Press those knees out, just like we do when we're in that bridge. You've got 10, good, 9, stay low, weight in your heels. You should still be able to wiggle those toes for me. Final 5, good, 4, we're gonna add it together. 3, 1 full range, 3 pulses out in 2. Last pulse right here, stand all the way up for me, sink back down, pulse out, 2, 3, lift and squeeze. Any knee issues and you'd rather just pulse at the bottom, I'm fine. If not, press your knees out 3 times, make it deliberate, then you stand all the way back up. Pace is up to you. You have the option to start to pick it up, but be really thoughtful about where your weight is, where you're breathing. 15 more seconds right here. Fight for 3 more rounds. Really big squat. When you get that seat nice and low, that's when those knees go out an inch and in an inch for me. You're going to start coming halfway up only. Ditch your pulses, ditch that full range in 5, in 4, halfway up, sink right back down in 3, 2, 1, halfway up, sink glutes down. Good. Halfway up, sink all the way down. Think about taking the momentum out of it. It's really deliberate. You squeeze to come up a couple inches and then you sink right back down. Squeeze to come up a couple inches, come right back down. Full range movement here. You have the option to add that heel lift in 10 seconds. You're going into your full range squat. You'll ditch that halfway up in 5, 4, good, 3 and 2, full range, lift and lower. Option to start getting that heart rate up just right here at the end of that warm up in those squats. Every time you lift up, option here to reach those hands back, squeeze your triceps, coming down at the bottom, praying for it, and then adding that heel lift at the top. I'll let you know when we get to 10 seconds. If you want to jump in that jump squat, you can add that heel lift. Just make sure you're moving. You're out of this in less than 15 seconds. In 5 seconds, you can add that hop if you want to. Here we go. Final 10 seconds here. 9, no hold at the end of it. 8, 7, tiny rest for me, in 6, in 5, keep jumping, 4, 3, 2, and you rest. Nice warmer. Go ahead and give those legs a nice little punch for me. Take your band off, set it to the side. First set in those hamstrings, you don't need that band as we start to move that leg and lift that leg, similar to last week. So 3 changes here. You're gonna lift that right knee up to start for me. Soften the bend in that left knee and flex your right foot. Hands are either gonna come into prayer or you're gonna reach them for me. You're going right into that single leg deadlift. Now that those legs just got a little bit warm, you're focused on your balance, almost like a seesaw here. So your knee lifts and then it goes back. So for the next minute and a half, that foot doesn't tap that mat unless you need to come back through center and regroup. You're gonna feel your left thigh starting to fire up. I want you to focus on what your hamstring feels like. Where is the squeeze? So it's a full range movement. When your right knee comes up in front, you're using lower abs. When you extend that right heel to the back of the room, keep your foot flexed, keep all your toes facing down. Hips are square right here. Full extension, and then that knee comes all the way back in. Really big extension, bringing that knee back in. You still have 10 seconds here. So get about 2 more slow, controlled reps in, and then you're gonna hold your leg out nice and long for me. 2 changes left. Remember, it's a minute and a half that you're here. Extend that right heel, hold. Option to keep your hands in prayer, option to reach those arms. It's whatever feels best for you, but I want you to find that balance for me. Can you squeeze that right cheek? Can you find length behind that left knee? Hands are either in prayer or reaching. You're gonna pulse that left knee down an inch, pulse right leg up an inch. Pulse left knee down an inch, pulse right knee up an inch. It is so tiny. It's not a big movement. It's that squeeze. Fire up left thigh, fire up right cheek. You finish with a hold in less than 20 seconds. So really fight to get everything warm right here. You have it. Tiny little bend in that left knee, squeeze that right cheek. You have 10 seconds. We bend, squeeze, extend. Bend left knee, squeeze, extend that right leg. Give me 5, 4, good. Hold for me in 3. Here's where you want to come out of it. In 2, now just freeze. Press those palms together. Anytime you think you're losing those balance, you grip those toes on that mat. Take a big inhale, exhale, lift that leg up. I know, lots of balance for really early in the morning. 10 seconds and you're out of it. 9, 8, we're gonna go right into that other side. In 7, take a quick sip of water if you need it. 5 and 4, final 3, 2, 1, stand up nice and tall. Legs get a nice little punch. We're just going from that squat series into those hamstrings. So we're gonna hit that other side, shift the weight into your right leg, lift that left leg up for me. Take that big inhale here. You're going into that full range single leg deadlift. Shoot that left ankle to the back of the room. I want you to focus right here. Find a spot on the mat. If you feel like, okay, I cannot find my balance, find a spot on the floor, lift and squeeze, and then find that spot again. If you need to stagger in that deadlift, just stagger, drop that foot, and get your balance under control. Your belly is pulled in, meaning you are zipping up that core, zipping those that rib cage together and breathing through it. So every time you exhale, it's like you're pulling belly button in towards your spine, not holding your breath. You still have about 15 seconds here. Think about now you're on your dominant side. I know you're moving your left leg, but for most of you, that stability is going to help you on that right side. Grab a wall, a chair if you need to. 10 seconds and you're holding. 9, the second change is the hardest change. 8, because you have to be thoughtful about where you're squeezing. 7 and 6, you have 5 seconds here. Go 4, 3 and 2. Get that last one in, take your time, extend that left leg and then hold for me. Hands are either in prayer or they're reaching long and strong. It's an inch bend in that right knee, and then you're squeezing that left cheek to lift that leg up an inch. So it's really tiny. It is 2 movements. They don't happen at the same time. So think about lengthening through that thigh and then squeezing center booty. Lengthen through that thigh, squeeze that center booty, really trying to get parallel to the mat right here. About 15 seconds, take your time, bend down an inch, lift and squeeze for me. Keep shoulders relaxed, trust your body. Full body workout right here as you press those hands together. 8 seconds to go. In 7, you hold. In 6, you keep that leg up there. Don't let that leg fall down. 4 and 3, you have this. 2, everybody freezes right here. You either press those palms together or you find that reach. Can you lift that left leg up 1 inch higher? Reach through the back of that knee. Find that cast on that leg. You cannot bend it. It's less than 15 seconds. Keep that bend in that right knee. Feel that hamstring getting warm. Pull belly button in, relax shoulders. 10 and 9, 8 and 7. It's a quick transition. We're going to grab those bands and finish out legs in 5. Good. 4 and 3. Last 2, 1, stand. Big inhale here. Give those legs a nice little punch. Bands are just the option, but I want you to have it. Medium to heavy band above your knees. Light to medium band is going to go around your shins. You do not need a band, but my girls who want that extra challenge are going to put them on. Balas on if you want them. You are going to burn it out. A minute and a half. It's going to feel good. So from here, heels in, turned in, toes are turned out. You're not going into a full squat. I want you to sink your booty back just that little bit, like you're getting ready to sink into a chair. So you're not all the way down here, but you are certainly bending those knees. From here, you're going to tap that right foot out, in, tap out and in. So that right foot is what's pressing into the band and tapping. Whether you have a band on or not, you sink into that left side, tap in, tap and in. You're going to need rest here, and I'm okay with it. 5, in, 4, tap. Good. 3, and we switch sides. 2, and we switch sides. Last one, sink into that right side, tap left, in, out, in, tap out, tap in. It's out and in. Stay low, trust your body here. 10, 9, then it's out, out, in, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, and 3, 2, on 1. It's out, out, in. You're gonna have to adjust your feet as you're stepping out, out, in. I don't care how wide your feet go. If you do not have a band, stay low right here. You've got out, out, in. Freeze for me in the center. In 4, in 3, out, 2, in. Last one. Stay in the center for me. Big stand all the way up. Squeeze, come right back down. That was your little rest. Now I want you to tap right foot out, tap left foot, tap right foot. Good. Tap left foot. Keep pressing. Go 10, 9, you've got it. 8 and 7, get warm. Go 6, full range squats for me. In 5, in 4, good. 3 and 2. Last one, open those feet up, heels in, toes out, full range body weight squats with bands if you have them. Lower down, lift and squeeze. Your thighs and glutes should be on fire. Here's where you finish. I told you it was only a minute and a half. Big lift, sink down. Yes. Nice core. Core 1, core 2. The bra looks hot. Yep. Keep that booty going all the way back. 10, 9, 8, 7. We ditch those bands here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do rest. Bands off. Nice little leg series there. Take those off. Breathe for me. Take a sip of water. Grab your weights. We're going to go into your arms. Grab your weights. Take a big inhale here. Both weights come into your right hand. We're going to hit those obliques to start and then your biceps. Left hand comes behind your head. Weight are in those right hands. You're going to reach down on that 2 count towards that knee stand and squeeze. So it's like you're shaving that leg, coming all the way down, lifting and squeezing to the top. The reason you have that left hand behind your head is to keep that elbow nice and wide. So we reach down that thigh and then we lift and we squeeze. Reach down that thigh, lift and squeeze to the top. Every time you reach down, think you're staying straight. You're not leaning forward or backwards. As you reach that hand down the side of your legs, I want you to find that pinch in your oblique and think, can I go just a hair further before I stand all the way up? As you're reaching, you're pinching. Exhale, we come back to the top. 10 seconds left right here. 9, 8, notice how slow and control this is. 6 and 5, stay on this side. 4, hands are going to come to your side. And 3, last one right here, reaching all the way down, come back up to the side. Left hand comes to your hip, palm faces me. Go into your single arm bicep curl. Think about this squeeze. You have both weights in that right hand. And as you extend that arm, you are squeezing your tricep and then you pull, squeeze your bicep. Nice and slow here for me. It's only 3 changes in your bicep. Full extension, lift and squeeze. Good. Full extension, lift and squeeze. Every time you extend, I want you to think, I'm pulling through mud, through water. Make this hard. Challenge yourself to squeeze that weight, to squeeze your tricep and your bicep. You've got 15 seconds right here in that full range movement. We're going to add it together. So you're going to give me that nice little dip to that right side, and you're going to pull up into that curl in 5, 4, 3, and 2, full extension. You reach that arm all the way down, and then you come up into that curl. So we reach all the way down, come up into that curl. Option for you right here, if the hammer curl flows better, you can give yourself that hammer curl. If not, I want you reaching palm faces down, but your curl palm faces up. So give me a regular bicep curl if you can after you give yourself that dip. So now you're focused on those two things, your right side obliques pinching, and then your tricep and your bicep as you reach up towards that top for me. Nice movement here. You've got it. You've got one change left. 10 seconds here. Full extension into that curl. 8. Good. 7 and 6. You've got 5, 4. Perfect. 3 and 2. On this last one, you're going to meet me at that 90-degree angle, and you're going to hold. I want one halfway up, so all the way down, halfway up, and then you serve that platter, pull elbow back in. Extend down, come halfway up, serve that platter, pull that elbow back in. So all the way down, just to that halfway point, you serve that platter and you pull it back in. Keep a soft bend in your knees as you reach, and then pull that arm in, really thinking about as you reach, it's like you want to reach and hit that wall in front of you, but something stops you, and then you have to pull that arm back in, full extension at the bottom. So 3 big movements here. You're going to stay in this for about 15 more seconds. Make it deliberate here. Full extension, squeeze your tricep back to halfway, serve that platter. 10, 9, good. 8, 7, 6, and you're bringing them into that left hand. 5 and 4, good. 3, 2, 1, release that hand, bring those weights into your left hand, right hand comes behind your head, go right into your dips, no break. Think about how strong you are in your breathing. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale as you come down, exhale as you squeeze to come back up to center. So even though your left oblique is what's pinching, center of that tummy should feel nice and warm, because you inhale, as you lift, you contract, you tighten those abs. You're here for a full 30 seconds. So you've got about 20 seconds to go. Take your time. Every time you reach, think, can I reach 1 inch further before I stand up? Can I start to feel that pinch in that left side, that really nice stretch in that right side body? About 10 seconds to go right here. 9, you're going to stand and go into that full range bicep curl. Both weights stay in that left hand. And 5, good. 4, keep that weight close to your body. 3 and 2. On 1, come back to center, right hand comes to your side, go right into that curl. I love it. I hope that's a heavier weight, because I feel like you ladies can hold 10s, 15s, 20s, 30s. Everyone really think about the curl now. Focus on the squeeze in your tricep, then the squeeze in your bicep. So as you fully release that arm, you have to exhale and pull it back up. I want you to try to think, can I keep my abs engaged this entire time? 15 seconds left. We add the dip in with that full range curl. So 3 big movements in your biceps to start it out. You've got 10 seconds right here. Think about that full extension. You're welcome to speed it up if you want to, but I just want you to make sure you're pulling through mud, pulling through water, and not cheating yourself. 5 seconds. 4 and 3, good. 2, full extension. You reach all the way down for 2, lift and squeeze. So really find that reach and then lift and squeeze in that side body. Shoulders stay relaxed, belly button stays pulled in, and you're breathing here. Big inhale and that exhale as you stay in it. About 20 seconds to go. So again, try to fatigue your bicep and your tricep. Squeeze tricep and then that bicep. You've got it. In about 10 seconds, you're going to stay at that top of your range, and you go into that all the way down, halfway up, and then that platter serve. In 5, in 4, stay in it for 3. Good. 2, on 1, you're going to come all the way down, just halfway up, serve that platter, pull it back in, make it deliberate. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, reach and pull. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, reach and pull. Think about how strong your arms are right here. Every time you exhale, I need you to contract not only your biceps, but also your abs. 15 seconds here. Stay in it for me. Big inhale. and that exhale. A weight's gonna go into each hand at the end of this movement, and you're just gonna hit those quick bicep curls. You've got 10 and 9, good, 8, 7, 6 and 5, final 4, 3, 2, bring a weight into that right hand, hit your curls, hit your curls. They should feel really light right now, in and down, good, up and down, really firing it out, letting those arms get tired here, lower, lift and squeeze, lower, lift and squeeze. You're gonna ditch your weights from you're headed into your first round of push-ups while those biceps are a little bit fatigued in less than 20 seconds. So weights stay in your hand. You're gonna dive hands down to your mat, drop those weights off, and you're gonna walk your feet back to hit your push-ups. We'll grab weights on our way back up, but give me 10 more seconds and then hit those push-ups. There are 2 counts down and 2 counts up, and 8, 7, keep reaching, 6 and 5, strong arms, 4 and 3, final 2, release those arms down, reach those weights down to the floor, drop those weights, and then walk your right foot back, left foot back. You're right in your push-ups, 2 counts down, 2 counts up, no break right here. Let those arms start to fatigue. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you press to lift. Now watch those elbows. They're not out at that 90 at the side. So tuck those elbows in, find that nice angle, and then use your breath. Inhale as you lower, exhale, pressing yourself up, pulling belly button in. Final 20 seconds in those push-ups. You're gonna meet me in that high plank. Don't worry, we're getting ready to stand back up. It's quick on the floor. I won't let you get dizzy. You have 10 seconds here. 9 seconds, and then I need you in that plank. You should be fatigued. You should want that break in 8, in 7, beautiful, 6, in 5, 2 more push-ups, 4 and 3, final 2. Everyone push up to the top, hold for 5, hold for 4. You're lifting your hips in 3 and 2. Lift your hips, stay there, start to bend and extend those ankles, pedaling out those knees for me. You're gonna walk your hands into your feet into your hands, and you're gonna hang there nice and heavy for me for a second. Grab your weights, start to roll yourself up to the top, bending at those knees, letting weights come right back down like you're headed into a row. Palms face each other, pull those elbows in, alternate your kickbacks right into your triceps for me. Extend and bend, extend and bend. One at a time for a reason. Really squeeze and release. Thinking about the length that you're creating in that arm every time. Belly button's pulled in, knees are bent. You breathe for me in those kickbacks. I always want your kickbacks slow and controlled. Don't feel like you're rushing them. Trust your body. 10, keep alternating. 9 and switch. Good. 8, 7, 6. We have 2 changes left, and they're coming into your back and that combo movement. 3, 2, on 1, release those arms, soften the bend in your elbows, lift up into your fly for me, release down, lift up into your fly for me, and then release those arms down, good. Big lift and squeeze of your shoulder blades, and then we release everything down. You could always go heavier in a fly, so really think about what your body is doing here. Relax your shoulders, pull belly button in, really full extension on that fly, like there's a pencil that you want to just crush between your shoulder blades. 15 seconds left right here. We add them together. So you're going to give me that fly. Your arms are going to come down, elbows are going to come back, and then you're going to give me that really big extension with control right back into your fly. And 5, 4, good. 3 and 2, on 1. Full reach of those kickbacks together. Let arms come down, and then you go right into that fly. Lift, extend, good. Lower, open those arms up. 2 movements. I will let you pick up the pace only if you keep it 2 separate movements. Tricep focus, upper back focus. Focus on the squeeze, a little bit of lift in that heart rate. It's just raising just a hair here. 20 seconds to go. We're going to take a tiny break with those weights, with bands, any props. You'll drop them down in 15 seconds for me. Hold on to this movement. Good. You've got 10. Really big kickback. 8. Nice wide fly. 7 and 6. Good. 5 and 4. Final 3 and 2. Stand all the way up on 1. Ditch those weights. We're just going to let that heart rate come up for a second. You can shake out those arms and legs. Meet me at the top of that mat. You're going to come into that alternating reverse lunge. Right side and that left side. Good. Right side and that left side. 3 changes. Really basic movements, but just giving you that opportunity to get heart rate up before we come down to that mat. 15 seconds here in that reverse lunge. Nothing fancy here. It is a tap of that knee on that mat. You drive that leg up and then you switch sides. Shoulders stay relaxed. That belly button is pulled in for me. From here, right leg goes back. You have 30 seconds of split squats on each side. You get to decide your pace on these. In 8, right leg comes back. In 7, in 6, stay there. In 5, in 4, heart rate supposed to be coming up right here. 3 and 2, right leg comes back. We lift, lower. Think about your arms helping you through this. Lift and you lower. Legs never lock out. Down and up for me. Down and up. Fired up. 20 seconds left right here. Down and up. Think about this soft bend in your knees. As you drive, you squeeze those glutes. It's 10, 9, good. 8, and you switch sides. 7, and you switch sides. 6 and 5, good. 4, 3 and 2. Stand that right leg up, left leg goes back. No break right here. Left leg back, right into your split squats. Lower, lift and squeeze. It's almost like you're running through it. Down and up. Burn it out. Down and up. You have this. Down and up right here. Good. Fight for that movement. Less than 20 seconds left. Every time that you lift that front ankle, weight is in that heel. Lower, lift, squeeze. Lower, lift, squeeze. You have it. 10, 9, you stand up at the top. In 8, 7, alternating curtsies to finish it out before we hit that mat here. In 4, stand for me. In 3, in 2, back to the top. Big inhale, alternating curtsy. Right leg comes back, then that left leg comes back. Nothing tricky, no pulses, no holds. It's a full range movement. I just want to circle that booty, circle that thigh, right around that leg. In your curtsy, that knee comes right behind your ankle. Drive into the ankle, into that heel of the leg that is forward. You're going to continue to alternate right here for me. Less than 30 seconds. You're going to come right to the back of your mat. While your heart rate is up, you're going to hit that second round of push-ups before we stay on the mat. Option to move your computer quickly if you need to. You have 15 seconds left. Don't give up on those curtsies because you're going to take a break in your legs. We're about to hit your abs. You've got this. 10, 9, 8, and 7. Hold on to it. 6, stand. 5, lower. 4, lift. 3, last 2, and stand. Last 1. Everybody all the way down. Lift, squeeze. You made it. Big inhale, reach hands up overhead. Heart rate should be up a little here. Reach towards that ceiling. Take that soft back bend. Dive hands down to your mat. Second round of push-ups. Meet me there. In 4, 3, 2, 2 counts down, 2 counts up. Find your push-ups and you breathe for me. Big inhale and exhale. While you're in your push-ups, think to yourself, yes, your heart rate is up, but can you start to really move that energy? Lower, lift, squeeze, squeezing your glutes, zipping thighs together, pulling shoulders away from your ears. Big inhale, big exhale. Less than 20 seconds. You're going into a child's pose next. There's a rest coming your way. Big inhale and exhale. We're going to head into abs next. So you've got a big inhale and that exhale. 10 seconds. Can you get 3 more in? 8 and 7. Good. 6 in a child's pose. 5, 4, 3, 2. Everybody rest. Everybody rest. Open knees nice and wide. Sink all the way back. Heels together. Knees apart. And then really find that reach towards the edge of your mat as you sink that seat down and pull those fingertips toward the edge. Big inhale here. We're going into our abs, 2 rounds in our abs. We start in that forearm plank. You can meet me there in 3, in 2. Go ahead and bring those forearms down. Glue those legs together and find that plank. Only one plank in this series. So what I want you to think about here as you start to reset on this mat. Final 10 minutes of work, what I want you to think about as you're here is that big inhale. Every time you exhale, you're pulling those elbows towards your toes, zipping that belly up so that you are pulling belly button towards that spine. 15 seconds left. You're going to come onto your back for me. If you didn't bring your weights down, you can grab your weights as the extra challenge for these ab series, for this ab series, I should say. You've got final 5, 4, come onto your booty here in 3, in 2, on 1, you rest. Option to grab those weights if you need to. I'm going to give you the option to use them. Belly button, or belly button, back comes onto that mat for me. You can take those weights and reach those weights towards the ceiling. Head, neck, and shoulders don't move for the first round. You do not need weights, but they're just the option for you. I want you to bring those legs into tabletop to start. Take a big inhale here, then extend those legs long and strong. You are going to lower those legs down at the 2 count, lift and squeeze. Palms can face each other with those weights, lower down on your 2 count, lift and squeeze back to the top. If you want to add that extra challenge, you are welcome to lift your shoulder blades off of the mat as you focus on your leg extensions. I want this in your lower abdominal region. If by lifting up, your back is lifting, then you're not helping yourself here. Feel your lower back press into that mat. Inhale and exhale. Yup, 10 seconds left. Point through your toes. Full extension of those legs, lengthening those levers. You bring them back up to the top. They stay pointing towards the ceiling. You're going to reach those weights towards your ankles or your toes in 5, 4, good, 3 and 2 on 1. Point through your toes or flex your feet. I'm fine. Now reach those weights to your ankles. Come down an inch, reach right back up. So you're going into your toe taps. If you can, just reach your weights towards the ceiling. If you're just using fingertips, then you can touch your ankles or toes. If you have weights, think about lifting up and lowering down an inch, lifting up and lowering down an inch. We're inching to the middle of those abs, still in those lower abs, 15 seconds right here. Keep reaching, keep trusting your body. You have this. 10, 9, 8, and 7. Dropping one of those weights for me in 6, in 5, final 4. Keep a weight in your right hand in 3, in 2, on 1. Come all the way down. Bring those feet flat on the mat. Let your left hand get rid of that weight. From here, extend your left leg, left arm. Weight is in that right hand for me. Press your forearm into the mat. Reach that weight towards your left ankle, lower down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower down. Yep, keep breathing for me. Get up there. It's not quite that V-up, a little bit different. I know you've done this with me before. 10 seconds here. 9, 8, 7. You're going to switch that weight into your opposite hand in 6. Yes, you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch those hands. This is your tiny break. Weight in that left hand. Bend your left knee. Extend your right leg. Extend your right arm. Reach that left hand towards the ceiling. Press into the mat with that right hand and reach for that right ankle. Big lift and squeeze. Lower down. I know you can do a single leg V up here. And so that's how I know that you can do this with, what are the flying colors? Big inhale, big exhale. You ditch your weights for me on these next 2 changes. Big inhale, big exhale. Good, you got it. 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Ditch your weights, bring your knees into your chest. Tiny little rock from side to side. 2 changes left in this series. Knees come right into that tabletop position. Hands reach up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale. Now reach those hands towards your ankles for me, just so you're up nice and high. Then bring them behind your head. You are going to tap right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right. Good. 4, 3. Come back to center here in 2. On 1, come back to center. Extend those feet. Give me 4 toe taps. 3. Good. 2, 1. Back to tabletop. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you extend 4 taps for me. 4 bicycles, 4 taps. 4 bicycles, 4 taps. 1 change left. I'm making you stop. There's no momentum. So you give me those beautiful bicycles, and then you have to bring those knees right over top of your hips, extend those legs while you're tired, and tap, tap, tap. Last change coming your way in 3. Good. Knees back into your chest in 2. Knees back into your chest in 1. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to that nice little star crunch. So you lift all the way up. You extend legs and arms out, and then you pull back in, come into that tight little ball. Full extension, squeeze, pull yourself all the way back in. Extra challenge is normally just to reach for those ankles, but I want you to hug your shins because I want you to come back up 1 inch every time because you've likely lowered down for me. Good. 5, 4, and a rest. Really get into those abs for me. 3, beautiful. 2, Everyone give me one more. Love that you're synchronized. All the way out. Bring knees in and rest. Bring knees in and rest. Full rest. All the way down, head, neck, and shoulders. Give me that rock from side to side. Perfect. Set those weights out of the way. Make sure they're at the side. From here, 2 options. Come into that tabletop. If you want to grab your weights for your dead bug, you can. A couple different changes in this next series. We're staying in arms and legs with those abs. Bring your knees right over your hips. Reach those weights towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale. Lift all the way up. Look between those legs. Right arm, left leg. Good. Left arm, right leg. You've got it. We are alternating in those dead bugs, but I'm going to add a combo movement here. So I want you to give me a dead bug on each side. So an extension on each side. You come back to center. You're going to reach those weights towards your ankles, lower all the way down, reset, lift up towards the ceiling. So it is a dead bug on each side, and then you're going to stay lifted. Reach for your ankles, lower down in your crunch, big lift up, hit your dead bug again. A dead bug on each side. So right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Stay lifted, give you that really big crunch towards your ankles, lower down, take the big inhale and lift back up 1 more inch. We're just stopping any momentum, making your body just really need to think about what it's doing next. Keep breathing for me, only 10 seconds here. Those look great. 8 and 7. So you get to lengthen that lever for 2 changes, and then you find that really big crunch. It's almost like you're giving head, neck, and shoulders a tiny bit of a rest for me. You're gonna lower head, neck, and shoulders, but you're gonna keep those legs in that tabletop in 4, 3, 2, lower head, neck, and shoulders, weights stay in your hand. From here, take a big inhale. On your exhale, you reach those weights towards your ankles. You tap that right toe, tap that left toe, and then lower down, find your crunch, big lift and squeeze. You tap right toe for me, tap that left toe, lower down, exhale, lift and squeeze. So you're giving yourself that toe tap at the top. The reason I want that really big crunch, it's almost like you're coming up and over that big beach ball so that we can get your upper abs here. Nice movements, 2 minutes to go before we're out of here. So big inhale here for me. And that exhale, nice. Big inhale as you lower down. You're getting ready to come back into that plank. You've got 1 hold left here before we hit that plank in 5. Good. 4, 3, and 2 on 1. Everybody lower head, neck, and shoulders for a second. Take a big inhale, grab those weights. On the exhale, reach your hands towards the weights. Now start to push those knees away from you. So you're not in that hollow body hold. Unless you can do a weighted hollow body hold, I'm totally fine with that. If not, just press your knees away from you. Feel lower abs turn on. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Good. 6 and 5. Final 4, 3, 2. Rest. Cross your ankles. Set weights down to your side. Wrap yourself up. Hit your forearm plank. Here's where you finish. I know. Get in it. Get in it. Get in it. We've been finishing with this 1 minute plank and I love it. Here's what I need you to think about. Oh yeah, get those knees up. Oh, and your balls are gonna make it so much harder. Big inhale. Here's what I need you to think about, because you know we're gonna go right through the end. You drop when it's done. I want you to count to 5. When it cuts off, I want 5 more seconds before you hit your child's pose. Take the big inhale, zip up your inner thighs. Go ahead, ladies, rock over your fingertips and press back if you need that extra little bit of pressure and love in those shoulders to really finish out and fire them up. But what I don't want you to lose is I want you to think about pulling elbows towards your toes. It'll just engage those abs, almost like I want you to tuck your tailbone under just a hair here. Good. You've got about 30 seconds left. When it cuts off in 30 seconds, I know you're going to count to 5, and then you're going to come into that child's pose and you're going to give yourself a nice little cat cow. Really nice work today. Big inhale. Big exhale. Hopefully legs are warm, biceps are warm. Make